My dad passed away on a Thursday afternoon. I sat with him for an hour, and then I went back to work and delivered every single car we promised that day. Not one customer left empty. That was the moment everything changed, not gradually, not over time, right there. Because in that moment, I realized something most people never understand until it's too late. Life doesn't pause when things fall apart. It keeps moving, and you either move with it or you get left behind. The night before he passed, I was with him the entire time. He was in hospice. I knew it was coming. But no matter how prepared you think you are, you're never actually ready for that moment. There's no training for it, no blueprint, no way to rehearse what you're about to feel. And then I remember sitting there, watching him, and asking the only question that mattered. What do I do when you're not here? Just one question, because deep down, I already knew what was coming. And he looked at me, calm, direct, no emotion, no hesitation. And he gave me one sentence: keep it all together. That was it. No long speech, no step-by-step instructions, no breakdown of the business, just 4 words. And somehow, those 4 words carried more weight than anything he could have said. I got them tattooed on my arm, and I look at it every single day. Not for motivation, not for inspiration, but as a reminder, a responsibility. The next day, Thursday, 12:30 p.m., he passed. I was 2 minutes away at the shop, running production like any other day. And then I got the call. Everything went quiet. And you know that kind of silence? Where the world just pauses for a second. That's what it felt like. I drove over, sat with him for about an hour, and then I left. And I went right back to work. Not because I didn't care, not because I wasn't hurting, but because I knew exactly what he meant. Keep it all together. We had cars to deliver, customers expecting their vehicles, people depending on us. And I made a decision in that moment. Nothing was going to fall apart. Not the business, not the team, not the reputation he spent his life building. We delivered every single car that day. Closed out Friday. Not one delivery missed. Not one customer left empty. And on the outside, everything looked normal. But internally, everything had changed. Weeks went by, then months, and people started coming into the shop. Of family, friends, customers, people who knew my dad. And they were shocked the place was still open. I kept hearing the same thing over and over again. Honestly, I didn't think this place would still be here. Think about that. People weren't just doubting me. They had already written the ending. In their minds, it was over. One of my dad's closest friends looked me straight in the face and said, "Give it 6 months. No one can run this shop the way he did." And I'll never forget that moment, because it wasn't said with hate. It was said with certainty. That's what made it hit harder. And it wasn't just him. It was multiple people. Week after week. Same message, different voices. But here's the truth no one talks about. The hardest part wasn't the business. It wasn't the customers. It wasn't even the pressure. And it was the people inside the shop. These were guys my dad hired. My dad trained them, and they trained me overnight. I went from being the kid, the helper, to their boss. No degree, no roadmap, no mentor, no backup plan, just responsibility. And when you're in that position, you have 2 options. You either try to prove yourself with words, or you prove yourself with actions. I chose actions. One move, be the first one in, and the last one out. Every single day. No exceptions. I didn't need to talk. I didn't need to convince anyone. I just needed to show up again, and again, and again. Because consistency builds belief, not motivation, not talent, consistency. And slowly, things started to shift. Not overnight, not in weeks, but over time. The same people who doubted started watching, then respecting, then trusting. About 6 months in, something happened that changed everything. Tesla called, At the time, nobody really understood what Tesla was going to become. It wasn't what it is today. There was no hype like now. No dominance. Just a company trying to break into an industry that didn't want it. And they were looking to certify a shop in New Jersey. And somehow, that opportunity landed on my desk. Now here's the part most people miss. Opportunities don't come when you're ready. They come when you're already in motion. If I had shut down, if I had slowed down, if I had believed what everyone was saying, that opportunity never shows up. I went all in. No hesitation. Flew out to the factory multiple times. Did every training. Asked every question. Learned everything I could. Because I knew this wasn't just an opportunity. It was leverage. And we became the first Tesla-certified collision repair center in New Jersey in 2012. That moment changed everything. Not just revenue, not just visibility, but positioning. We weren't just another shop anymore. We were ahead. We got recognized in a national magazine. Other shop owners started calling me. How did you get that? What did you do? What's the process? And the truth is, it didn't start with me. My dad laid the foundation. He got the shop Jaguar certified back in 2007. He was always ahead of the curve, always thinking long term. I didn't build something new, I continued something great. Then the Model S hit production, and everything exploded. Tesla work flooded in. We were the only shop in the state. Think about that. All one shop, entire state. From year 1 to year 2, sales doubled. From under 1 million to over 2 million. And then it kept going. 3, 4, 5. Compounding, year after year, all the way to 10 million. But here's what people don't see. They see the numbers. They see the growth. They see the success. They don't see the years where nothing changed. The days where it felt like you weren't moving. The nights you questioned everything. If I could go back to that day, standing in that shop, 22 years old, right after my dad passed, and tell myself one thing, it would be this: believe in yourself, not blindly, not emotionally, but fully. If you have something real, something that actually helps people, something that serves a purpose, back yourself completely. Because no one else will. Not at the start. Not when it's hard. Not when it's uncertain. Hard work always wins. But not quickly. That's where most people get it wrong. My dad said it, and he lived it. Most people quit after year 1 because they don't see results. But anything worth building takes 5 to 10 years, minimum. There's no shortcut, no hack, no secret strategy, just repetition, execution, and improvement. Every single day you improve yourself, you improve your systems, you improve your thinking, and you never get comfortable. Because the moment you get comfortable, you start falling behind. I built a $10 million operation from a shop that everyone said wouldn't survive. No degree, no investors, no roadmap, just pressure, responsibility, and 4 words. Keep it all together, and that's what this really is. Not a business story, not a success story. It's a discipline story, a responsibility story, a consistency story. Because at the end of the day, that's what separates people. Not talent, not intelligence, not luck. It's who shows up when it's hard, when it's uncertain, when no one believes in them. If you're in that position right now, where people are doubting you, where things feel unstable, where you don't know if it's going to work, good, that's where it starts. Because if you can hold it together there, you can build anything. I took over at 22, no roadmap, no safety net, just pressure and a decision to keep it all together, no matter what.